Hello and welcome to Santa Barbara, California. Knight Uretsky joined alongside Ryan Milano here as the Conejo Oaks. They battle against the Santa Barbara Foresters. Both these teams coming off big victories. The Oaks yesterday took a 1-0 victory over the San Luis Obispo Blues. The Foresters, on the other hand, they had a 1-0 victory of themselves. They took over sole possession of first place in the CCL South with a 1-0 win over the Arroyo Seco Saints. So as the standings align, the Foresters in first place, the Saints in second, the Blues in third, and the Oaks, they're in fourth. Only a half game out of third place and a half game out of fifth place with the Riptide. Today's starting lineups for your Conejo Oaks. Austin Carrillo, he's going to be leading it off again for the third time in the past 4 games. He's followed by the red-hot JT Naviak, Greg Melhoff in the 3 spot, Brendan Bobo batting 4th in the cleanup spot where he's back there. In the order, playing right field. Defensively for the Santa Barbara Foresters, Cade Higgins, Josh Stinson, Carson Wells in the outfield from left to right. In the infield, Jack Rydell not at shortstop, he's at third base. Seth Stevenson, he's the shortstop today. We saw him there the last time these two teams played. Josiah Morrissey, he's going to be the second baseman. And Nathan Rombach, he is at first. The pitching and catching, it'll be Dylan Leach behind the plate catching the game, and then Ben Abram, the right-hander on the mound for the Foresters as we're about to get set. Carrillo digging in for the first at-bat of the day. These two teams played earlier in the week on Tuesday. Foresters took both games. Remember, there was a continuation game on that Tuesday. Foresters, they had a whole solo shot in the first game. They took it in the 10th inning, and then they beat the Oaks in the second game pretty handily. First pitch to Carrillo. Catches his own. It's called a strike. 0-1 the count. Ben Abram, the man on the mound for the Foresters. He's 3-0 this year with a 2.00 ERA in 5 games pitched. He started all 5 games, and his last time out was his most impressive performance of the year. 7 innings pitched, only 1 run on 5 hits. Carrillo fouls off the 0-1, and he's quickly down 0-2. That game that he pitched against was against the Barons in a 6-3 victory on July 18th. That was 7 days ago, so now pitching here this Sunday against the Conejo Oaks. Austin Carrillo at the plate, an 0-2 count to him. The pitch to Carrillo bounces in, and now the count's 1-2 to Carrillo. Abram, he's a tall man himself, 6'8", 234 pounds, so going up against a smaller Austin Carrillo here. Carrillo yesterday, he had a single in the 3rd, a double in the 5th, and then a single in the 7th. That double he came around to score on. He was the only run of the game. Carrillo strikes out swinging to start this game on the 4th pitch he sees, and quickly 1 is gone.
That's an uncharacteristic strikeout for Austin Carrillo, especially as of late, and especially after how good he was yesterday. He finished off the day with 3 consecutive hits after getting out his first time up. After that strikeout, he's going to try to do the same thing today after leading off with an out, coming back with 3 hits to end his day. He wouldn't scoff at that.
Yeah, Carrillo is a tough out, batting .313 on the year, goes down swinging to start this game, as now JT Naviak, the shortstop, steps up to the plate. First pitch to him, he looks at, it's called for a strike. 0-1 the count. Naviak, he played yesterday. He batted in the 7th spot, struck out, flew out, and reached on a fielder's choice. Looks at a pitch that bounces in, and now the count's even 1-1. Naviak this season, he's been batting really, really well as of late. Overall in the year, 244, which he's been able to raise. He was chilling around the Mendoza line as he fouls this one off. Quickly 1-2 to Naviak. He's definitely improved his batting numbers as of late. He had a great stretch in the games from July 20th to the 23rd. He had 2 hits in each of those games, except for one game, which he had 3 hits. That was against the Riptide July 22nd. 0 for 3 yesterday, as now a pitch misses and the count's even 2-2. So 2-2 the count to Naviak, 1 out, nobody on. Abram, he's going to step off the mound, brush away, and now back on the mound. The 2-2 pitch, looked at, Naviak goes down looking, back-to-back strikeouts for Abram. So now coming up to the plate, Greg Melhoff, the third baseman. Melhoff in the highest spot we've seen him all season at that third base spot. Righty on lefty matchup. First pitch to Melhoff. Looked at, it's called a strike, so each of the first three batters for the Conejo Oaks, they've looked at the first pitch, it's all been called a strike, and right now Abrams been doing a great job of finding the zone. The 0-1 pitch to Melhoff, looks at it again, it's called at the knees for a strike. Melhoff didn't like it, and he's quickly down 0-2.
And Melhoff in a short time with the Oaks, that's been his Achilles heel, has been the strikeout. Struck out 9 times this season in just his 35 at-bats.
The 0-2 to Melhoff, looks at it, is not called a strike. Counts 1-2. Melhoff this season with the Conejo Oaks, he's batting .200. Went 1 for 3 in the last game he played against the Blues yesterday. The 1-2 to him, swing and a miss, and Abram, 3 strikeouts to start, 1-2-3. And we head to the bottom of the first inning, still 0-0. You're listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream on YouTube. Knight Uretsky, Ryan Milano with you here in Santa Barbara. Starting lineup for the Foresters, Josh Stinson, Seth Stevenson, Nathan Rombach to start out the 1, 2, and 3. Tanner Otremba, Josiah Morrissey, Cade Higgins in the 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the order. Jack Rydell, Dylan Leach, and Carson Wells. Those are going to be the end of the lineup. They're all facing off against Lucian Wexberg, the starting pitcher for the Conejo Oaks. First pitch to Stinson, looked at, it's called a strike. 0-1 the count. Wexberg, the man on the mound, 6'5", 200 pounds, out of Oxnard College, originally from Somis, California. He's listed as a pitcher, but also can play first base. He's practicing BP all year, but he hasn't officially played first base as the second pitch is swung on and missed by Stinson, and he's quickly down 0-2. Wexberg on the year, he has an 0-3 record with a 7.42 ERA. In 4 games that he's pitched. He started all 4 games as a curveball misses, bounced in, and now the count's 1-2. Wexberg, his last time out, he gave up 1 earned run on 3 hits. That was in a loss against the Foresters July 20th. That was 5 days ago on Tuesday. The 1-2, got him looking. Wexberg sits down Josh Stinson on 4 pitches. First strikeout of the day and 1 out.
And that's all we've seen That's all we've seen. It's just been strikeouts all day today so far. Striking out the side, it was Abram in the top half of the inning, and now Wexberg, he starts out his day with a strikeout. No one's been able to put their bat on the ball yet.
Remember, 2 games ago, Wexford, he had the worst performance of the year. He gave up 6 earned runs, only 2 hits on that one, but he walked 5 batters. First pitch to Seth Stevenson, he fouls it away. 0-1 the count, so Wexford, he started with an 0-1 count to Josh Stinson, now has an 0-1 count to Seth Stevenson.
And Wexberg, he's been great against the Foresters. In his 2 starts against Santa Barbara, he's been credited with the loss both times, but they've been his 2 best starts of the season.
Pitch into Stevenson, misses, and now the count's even 1-1.
And he actually has 3 starts against Santa Barbara. The other one where he didn't get a decision, it was 3 innings pitched, no earned run. So he's had 3 good performances against the Foresters.
The 1-1 misses the Stevenson, and 2-1 the count. Wexberg, he did start that game here the last time these 2 teams played. In that game, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. Did strike out 3 batters, but also had 2 walks on the day. Looking for a better performance here. Stevenson lines one towards left field. Carrillo coming in. He makes the catch on the line drive, and Stevenson's retired. The first 2 batters are out, and 2 gone.
Yeah, so that breaks the streak of batters that are striking out, but I'm sure Wexberg will take that. Fly ball right at his defender. Trust your defense, let him do it for you, and Austin Carrillo, one of the more sure-handed left fielders in the CCL, standing in left field, makes the play easily.
So now at the plate, Nathan Rombach, the first baseman. Rombach hit that solo shot in the continuation game that gave the Foresters the lead and eventually their win. Swings at the first pitch from Wexberg. It's fouled off. 0-1 the count. Rombach this season, he's batting .269. Has 5 doubles and 1 home run to go along with the 15 singles he has on the year, so 21 hits total in 27 games that he's played. The 0-1 pitch, he lines it towards the left side. It's going to get over the glove of Naviak, and Rombach's aboard with a 2-out single.
It's a good piece of hitting by Rombach. It seems like that the Foresters, they learned their lesson the first time. They knew what type of pitches they were going to get early from Lucian Wexberg, and right there, stayed down on a pitch inside part of the plate and was able to drive it into left field.
So now at the plate, Tanner Otremba, who's been raking all season. He has a .375 batting average, originally from the University of Arizona, as the first pitch to him misses away. 1-0 the count. Otremba, he showed up late with the Foresters after that World Series run with the Arizona Wildcats. But he's been really good. 5 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run with the Foresters. As they throw back to first, Bobo holding in Rombach. He's in there safely. Still awaiting the 1-0 as Otremba. Wexberg looks back towards first. Now looking, goes towards the plate. Pitch misses high to Otremba, and the count's 2-0. Otremba, no hits in each of his last 2 games. He was 0 for 2 in both of those games, although he did have a walk and a hit by pitch in the game against the Barons 2 games ago, which he scored 2 runs. Wexberg steps off the mound.
And Otremba, he's yet to see the Oaks yet. This is his first time playing against Conejo in the season.
2-0 count. Rombach at first, 2 outs. The pitch to Otremba misses, and quickly 3-0 the count as Wexberg gets behind.
It's the first time we've seen Wexberg have trouble locating the zone. He missed a few pitches high, too far up, right at the letters, and was not able to keep them in the zone. Most of them being fastballs just above the letters.
The 3-0 catches the zone. It's a strike, and now Wexberg has a 3-1 count to work with. Wexberg got Josh Stinson looking to start this inning before getting Seth Stevenson to line out. Nathan Rombach then singled to left field on the second pitch he saw. And now a 3-1 count to Tanner Otremba. The pitch misses high, and back-to-back batters get on for the Foresters.
And right now, Wexberg, he's allowed back-to-back base runners. And in a first inning where you struck out the first batter and the second one to fly out, it's important to not allow the Foresters to get runs in this inning, especially when you can't give Santa Barbara anything extra. Foresters have had the Oaks number all season long, and the Oaks need to play a good brand of baseball and not allow situational hits to punish them.
So now Josiah Morrissey, he comes up to the plate. 2 runners on, 2 outs for the second baseman. First pitch to Morrissey, he grounds it up the middle softly. Naviak fields it, taps on second, and the inning is over. So 16 pitches for Wexburg in the inning. 2 batters reach, but they're both stranded after the ground out by Morrissey. We head to the second, still knotted at 0. You are listening to the Conejo Oaks on the Conejo Oaks live stream. Night Uretsky, Ryan Milano with you. Top of the second inning, the Conejo Oaks and the Foresters still 0-0. In the top of the first inning, Ben Abram, the pitcher on the mound for the Foresters. 3 batters up, 3 strikeouts for him. 2 swinging, 1 looking. The 1 looking was JT Naviak, sandwiched in between the other 2. As Brendan Bobo hits a bloop single to center field, he's aboard. And first pitch to Bobo, he swings and he's aboard.
Yeah, and that's a great way to break a strikeout streak. You know that this pitcher's throwing strikes. Attack the first pitch to you. Don't let him get ahead in the count. Shoot one right back where it came from. It wasn't a hard hit ball. It was right off the end of the bat. But Brendan Bobo gets aboard, and now a leadoff runner on for the Oaks. It's time for Conejo to generate some offense with a leadoff runner. It allows for them to have more opportunities to advance him. Even 2 outs, ground balls on the right side of the infield. Advance Bobo to third, even if it's just 3 consecutive outs. 1 more hit puts the Oaks in prime position to score a run in the inning.
So Bobo aboard with the single. Raul Sandoval now up at the plate. First pitch to Sandoval, shows bunt, pulls back. It's missing low. 1-0 the count. They throw back to first. Bobo's in there safely. Fans wanted that call. Bobo was almost picked off. He taps on his shoulder, says, "My bad." But everything squared away. The Oaks, they're wearing the practice shirts today, so seen them whip these out for a couple of times.
Especially on hot days.
Yeah, today's been a pretty hot day in Santa Barbara. Initially, we got here and it was really overcast. Now, really blue skies, pretty hot. Throw back to first, Bobo in there safely.
I would have loved for the cloud cover to stay.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Would have helped with the technology a little bit, too.
Yeah, probably. Just the overcast to me just reminds me of home, which is Oregon, you know? The 1-0 pitch, called for a strike to Sandoval. 1-1 the count. Sandoval this season, 159 batting average, but he has been barreling up the ball as of late. Yesterday, a couple barreled up balls, didn't get any down. He was 0 for 4. But prior to that, he had 2 hits in each of the prior 2 games. 2 hits against the Saints, 2 hits against the Riptide. 1-1, called for a strike, and now Sandoval, he's down 1-2.
Oscar Sandoval, he commented that Raul Sandoval, he's number 22 on the field and number 1 in his heart. Raul Sandoval, he's actually wearing number 14 with the Oaks, so he's getting a little bit closer to your number 1 in your heart total, but no one's actually claimed the number one for the Oaks since Reagan Burford left the team. So no one's number one in the field for Conejo anymore.
The 1-2 misses, bounces in. Sandoval held up, and now the count's 2-2. So Sandoval, the 2-2 count, runner on first, and Brendan Bobo after his leadoff single. Nobody out here. After the Oaks, they went down in order in the first on 3 strikeouts. Now battling a little bit here in the second. The 2-2 to Sandoval. Swing and a miss. The 4th strikeout of the day for Abram. So out of the 5 batters he's faced, 4 strikeouts, and now Daniel Cabral.
And Hunter's dad, Phil Call, he says that we're going to get a live sports cinematography award for today's broadcast.
Yeah?
Who's going to enter us into that? Phil Call, if you would, on the behalf of Ryan Milano and Knight Uretsky, enter us into whatever award race you're referring to, we'd love that. We'd love to receive an award here for the Oaks.
So Daniel Cabral looks at the first pitch to him. It's called for a strike. 0-1 the count. Abram, the pitcher on the mound, he's had a lot of high strikeout games in this season. He had a 9 strikeout performance in 6 innings pitched against the Blues on July 11th. Had an 8 strikeout performance against the Inland Valley Pirates on June 19th. Pitch misses, the throw back to first on the back pick. Bobo in there safely.
Yeah, and Brendan Bobo at first base is just much more alert because he almost got picked off on a back pick before. So you presume that Dylan Leach behind the dish is going to throw over a lot, and you presume that Brendan Bobo is now going to be ready for it.
1-1. Looked at. Cabral saw it, called for a strike, and now 1-2 the count to Cabral. So after Abram allowed the single to Bobo to start on the first pitch thrown, he's answered back with a lot of strikes. Had a strikeout to Sandoval on 5 pitches, and now a 1-2 count to Daniel Cabral. The pitch in. Looked at, got him looking. Cabral didn't like it, thought it missed away and low. Doesn't matter. 5th strikeout of the day from Abram.
And that call was close. It was low and outside. We're not sitting directly behind the plate, so we don't know exactly if it crossed the plate or not. It will be interesting to see if that is a consistent strike call throughout the day today, because if it's consistent, then I have no problems with that pitch being called a strike because it was right on the black. It was a close pitch, but if it's going to be close pitches, consistency is really what you want to see behind the dish.
It's now Andrew Sharp at the plate. First pitch to him, misses below the knees. 1-0 the count. Sharp getting the start today at DH. Haven't seen him much as of late. Seen him in a couple of pinch hit spots, but not a lot of starts for Sharp. Second pitch to him, he swings and misses. Count even 1-1. Sharp this season batting .225, has 2 doubles on the year as well as 1 home run, 8 RBIs total, but he has struck out 19 times, including once in each of his last 2 plate appearances. Pitch to Sharp. Misses. It was at the knees. Leach, the catcher, he thought it was a strike. It was not called, and now the count's 2-1 to Andrew Sharp.
Yeah, and so after Brendan Bobo got on with the leadoff single, back-to-back strikeouts, Bobo, he's a threat of not even advancing past first base because Abram on the hill, he struck out 5 of the 6 batters. This is really the first batter where he's gotten behind in the count.
2-1 the count to Andrew Sharp. The pitch. Inside. Sharp did not offer, and now the count's 3-1. So for the first time today, the Conejo Oaks, they've had 3 strikes in a bat. Sharp on the season has 4 walks. Could have number 5 here with the incoming pitch. Bobo leading off from first. 2 outs. 0-0 the score. The pitch to Sharp. Got him for a strike. Counts 3-2.
And so 1 pitch away is Ben Abram from striking out 6 batters for all 6 outs that he's recorded or would have recorded if Sharp does go down here. Either way, that's an incredible piece of pitching right now. He's putting on a display on the mound. Brendan Bobo, the only one to piece him up so far.
Sharp going to call time, so full count to Andrew Sharp. Bobo at first. Mentioned 5 strikeouts so far in the first 6 batters he's faced. could have another strikeout here for batter number 7. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout from Abram. 6 strikeouts through the first 7 batters. Only 1 hit in the inning. That was Brendan Bobo. But 3 straight strikeouts from Raul Sandoval, Daniel Cabral, and Andrew Sharp. We head to the bottom of the second. Still at 0 here on the Conejo Oaks live stream. Knight Uretsky, Ryan Milano with you here in Santa Barbara. Cade Higgins, Jack Rydell, and Dylan Leach due up for the Foresters. Lucian Wexberg, he's back on the mound. Had a single allowed with 2 outs and a walk allowed with 2 outs as the first pitch misses to Higgins. 1-0 the count. After those 2 batters reached with 2 outs, you got Josiah Morrissey to ground out to JT Naviak as the pitch misses. So 2-0 the count to Higgins. That ended the inning for Wexberg. Did start out with a looking strikeout to Josh Stinson, but here in the second has a 2-0 count to Cade Higgins. The pitch misses, and 3-0 the count quickly. And Wexberg this season, he struggled a little bit with walks. He has 11 walks and 13 1/3 innings pitched entering the game, as the 3-0 is called for a strike. 3-1 the count. Remember, he had that 5-walk performance and 1 1/3 innings pitched against the Riptide on July 17th. The 3-1 pitch now to Higgins. Looked at, almost offered. It was below the knees, and now he's aboard with a walk. Wexberg's second walk of the day.
Yeah, and it's important for Lucian Wexberg right now to not let enough batters on via the walk. Letting a few go, you can live with. But walking the bases loaded, walking batters in critical spots is something you can't. 5-pitch walks to lead off innings, something you want to avoid. Wexberg now has to attack the bottom of the order in order to get his outs.
So now Jack Rydell comes up to the plate with a runner on first, nobody out. Wexberg fires back towards first. Higgins in there safely. Still awaiting the first pitch is Rydell. 0-0 the score here. Forster's looking to strike first. Rydell, he's going to show bunt, bunts it on the first pitch. Suji, the catcher, picks it up, fires towards first. It's going to get past Bobo and heading over to third, and now being sent around third and coming to score is Higgins. No play is at the plate, and a bunt single for Rydell ends in a run for Higgins.
Yeah, and that's tough because the ball was getting to first base right as Jack Rydell was getting to the bag, and it got past Brendan Bobo. And the way that the field is set up here is that the bullpen in right field, it juts out sort of, it's not a straight line, so it juts out almost to the foul pole. So Hunter Call in right field was going to try to back up the play, and the ball, it just clipped the pole of the bullpen, and it jutted out back into the field of play. There's also a lot of mud over there, so Hunter Call, not having great footing, tries to come back, and that's what results in the 3 bags taken and the run scored.
First pitch to Dylan Leach is called for a strike, 0-1 the count. So 1-0 the score. Jack Rydell on first base after the bunt that scored Cade Higgins. Higgins came all the way around from first to score after he walked. And now the second pitch to Leach. Gets behind Tsuji after he swung and missed. No foul tip on the play. Just went off of Tsuji's mitt towards the backstop, and now 0-2 the count.
And so Tsuji, he was credited for the error on the throw on the single that was able to score Cade Higgins. And now, again, he lets a ball go by him on a passed ball. So back-to-back batters where Caden Tsuji behind the dish has at least a note inside of the scorebook.
0-2 the count to Leach. Runner on second in Rydell. The pitch, Leach grounds it to the first base side. It's fielded foul. We'll do the 0-2 again. Fourth pitch incoming to Leach. Leach this season batting .136 in 18 games played. He has 44 at-bats on the year, only 6 hits. One of them, though, a home run. But not a successful year hitting the ball for Dylan Leach. The pitch misses. First ball to Leach, and now the count's 1-2.
That's not a bad pitch by Wexberg right there. To a left-handed batter, he was going off the plate into the right-handed batter's box. So, not a bad pitch, one that he's trying to get a swing and a miss on, but just could not get it to get Leach to offer.
Wexberg looks back towards second. In there safely is Rydell. No throw was made. Fifth pitch incoming to Dylan Leach. 1-2 the count. Wexberg already has allowed 1 run in the inning after Cade Higgins' walk and coming around to score from Jack Rydell's bunt. The 1-2, swing and a miss from Leach. Second strikeout of the day for Wexberg, and now 1 is gone.
And that's a great breaking ball by Lucian Wexberg. 12-6 curve that starts in the zone and then drops down right to the dirt. And Dylan Leach looked the fool right there, swinging and missing.
So now Carson Wells, he's going to come up to the plate to face off against Wexberg. Rydell still on second. 1 out now. And the left-handed hitter in Wells. First pitch, he's going to bunt. It goes to the third base side, fielded by Wexberg. He turns and no play at first. Look towards third, and a perfect bunt by Carson Wells advances the runner, and he gets on with a single.
Yeah, Melhoff at third base right there. He was done a little bit too far back in order to field that ball, and just a perfectly executed bunt. You said it right. Carson Wells able to pull one right down the line. Wexberg tried to get off the mountain and fielded him. By the time he did, Wells had already dashed to first.
So that turns over the lineup. Josh Stinson coming up to the plate with runners on the corners, 1 out. 1-0 the score here in the bottom of the second inning. And Wexberg, he has a little bit of a jam to work out of. Wells at first, Rydell at third. Throw back to first, and there safely is Wells. Back to Wexberg, and still awaiting the first pitch is Stinson. First pitch to Stinson, he grounds it to the left side. Melhoff fields it, goes to second, fielded by Cabral. The throw to first, a double play, and he gets out of the inning. So just the 1 run comes in on the bunt by Jack Rydell that scored Cade Higgins after the error from Caden Tsuji. But we head to the third, 1-0 the score. You're listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream on YouTube. Knight Uretsky, Ryan Milano with you. Top of the third inning. Due up for the Oaks, Caden Suji, Hunter Call, and Austin Carrillo, the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters. So far, everybody but Brendan Bobo has struck out. Austin Carrillo a strikeout, JT Naviak a strikeout, Greg Melhoff a strikeout, Raul Sandoval, Cabral, and Andrew Sharp, all strikeouts. Bobo, he was the one that reached with a single, but other than that, it's been all Ben Abram, the man on the mound. First pitch to Caden Suji, it's called for a strike, and 0-1 the count.
And Suji, he's today's beer batter here at Pershing Park. So if he strikes out, it's dollar beer for everyone in the stands. So it'd be ironic if Suji were one of the only batters for the Oaks to not strike out.
Second pitch to Suji, called for a strike, and he's quickly down 0-2. And throughout the game, Abram, he's just been peppering the zone. Has only gone one full count once. That was Andrew Sharp, the last batter in the second. But other than that, most batters only had one ball. A couple have had two balls, but a lot of strikes. Pitch misses the Suji. Tried to get him to chase. He did not. 1-2 the count now to Suji, the catcher today. Seen Suji, Andrew Sharp, and Anson Arrows all be splitting duties, as well as Cody Sulak. Brendan Durfee has also thrown his name to the catcher's mix, as Suji looks at a pitch that misses high. 2-2 the count. Suji, this season, he's batting .267 in conference play, but overall in the year, he's batting .318. So he's having a successful year, but he strikes out swinging. Another victim for Abram, 7 strikeouts.
And Abram right now is mowing through batters. Brendan Bobo, he made contact. It was soft contact. And that's the only one who's made contact in fair territory so far today. Everyone else has gone down via the strikeout. 5 swinging, 2 looking so far.
All 3 last inning were swinging. 4th straight swinging as Suji swings and misses. Only one not to go down swinging was JT Naviak. That was in the first. First pitch to Hunter Call, he swings and misses. He was fooled on the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count.
Well, I don't think he was fooled. I like that plate approach. Normally we see Hunter Call seeing counts deep and looking at the first few pitches, but with Abram, who's been penetrating the strike zone early, Call is swinging early, knows he's going to get a first pitch strike. It's how Brendan Bobo got on base first. So swinging early and attacking the first pitch, I like.
Swings and misses of the second pitch, and now quickly 0-2 after back-to-back swings and misses. Abram, he has 7 strikeouts so far, and he's only pitched 2 1/3. His highest strikeout total in a game this season is 9. That was in 6 innings pitch against the Blues. Almost able to match that here. Swing and a miss from Call, and now his 8th strikeout of the game.
Through his first 9 batters faced. That is incredibly impressive for Ben Abram on the mound right now.
Every out that he's gotten has been via the strikeout. That is insane right now. Wow, what a performance. So far, 37 pitches, 8 strikeouts. It's now Austin Carrillo, who was the first strikeout victim of the game. He led off with a 1-2 count before swinging and missing at the fourth pitch to him. Shows bunt at the first pitch, missed inside, and 1-0 the count. So Carrillo gets ahead.
And Jack Rydell at third, facing off against Carrillo, he was already charging in on the grass. He was already in on the corner. Carrillo, he has a tradition or a tendency rather, to bunt for a base hit, but Rydell's ready for it.
Second pitch to Carrillo, check swing. It goes off of his bat. It's a foul ball, and 1-1 the count. Carrillo, that strikeout in the first was only his 9th strikeout of the season. He's been swinging the bat really, really well as of late. Had 3 hits in the game yesterday and 3 hits in the game 3 games ago. So 6 hits total in the previous 3 games. 0 for 1 today, though. He's going to call time, steps off the box, now back into the box. Still awaiting the 1-1 as the pitch comes, misses low. And Carrillo ahead again, now 2-1.
So we saw Abram behind in the count once. That was to Andrew Sharp in the second inning. He then came back with 2 straight strikes after going down 3-1 to strike out Sharp. Carrillo now, 2-1 count.
The pitch. Ball bounces, and now 3-1 to count to Conejo, so Conejo ahead.
And so for Carrillo right now, it's really important for him not to go down and look at the next two pitches. Still be aggressive at the plate right now because Abram has been locating his pitches.
A 3-1 called for a strike. Conejo thought it was a ball, thought he was going to first, did not like that call, but it's called a strike, and it's a full count now to Conejo.
And that one, it brushed him back up and in and just caught the corner right there. Carrillo, he thought he had a free bag. You can hear Grant Smith from the dugout saying, that pitch, not you. This next pitch is.
The payoff pitch. Below the knees, Conejo gets the walk, and now a base runner on for the Oaks with 2 outs.
And that's a nice at-bat from Austin Carrillo. Fouled off the first pitch in the zone to him. And then watched the next pitches. He got a strike call on a pitch that he didn't like. He wasn't going to do anything with. So ahead in the count with a strike to waste on a pitch that is close. I like that take. And then the next one, similarly on the inside part, but below the knees. So I like that entire at-bat from Austin Carrillo to get aboard.
That breaks a streak of 5 straight batters that had struck out swinging. First pitch to Naviak, called for a strike. Naviak looked at it. 0-1 the count. Naviak, he struck out looking. His first time up was the second victim of Abram, and he's just mowed through this lineup. But a runner on first with 2 outs, and the Oaks, they've been lethal with 2 outs all season. Pitch misses. Counts even 1-1 to Naviak.
And so with Naviak and Carrillo batting 1-2 here in the Oaks lineup, they've been the 2 hottest hitters for Conejo so far. If they are going to generate 2-out offense, it would be with the 1-2 hitters in the order.
The 1-1 pitch, looked at, misses. Umpire said outside. 2-1 the count to Jacob Thomas Naviak.
We're addressing him by his full name now?
Well, I mean, it is JT. You could call him Jacob Thomas Naviak. You can call him just JT, the Flying Hawaiian.
I've never addressed him as a Flying Hawaiian.
No? Is his nickname. The 2-1 misses, and back-to-back 3-1 counts from Abram after striking out the first 2 batters. Naviak ahead. Carrillo got on with the walk after he had a full count, and now first 4 pitches, 3 balls to Naviak. It's a big moment here with 2 outs.
And so back-to-back counts, we've seen Abram go down in the count 3-1. He's been locating his pitches and getting ahead early. He hasn't to both Carrillo and Naviak.
Carrillo goes on the 3-1. Naviak swings and fouls it away, and now a full count to Naviak. Carrillo, he's going to have to tread back to first after attempting to steal. Back-to-back full counts from Abram.
And that was a really good pitch to hit for JT Naviak. It was right in the middle of the zone. It's going to be called for a strike. Just a little bit late on it was JT. Fouled it out of play.
Full count, 2 outs, 1-0 the score, the Foresters lead. Naviak at the plate. The payoff pitch. Looked at, got him looking. Naviak sent down looking for the second time today. 9 strikeouts on the afternoon for Abram, and we head to the bottom half of the inning. Still 1-0 the score for the Foresters. You're listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream on YouTube. Knight Uretsky, Ryan Milano with you. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 the score. The Foresters, they lead. Seth Stevenson, Nathan Rombach, and Tanner Otremba due up for the Foresters. First pitch, Stevenson grounds it to the right side, fielded by Cabral as he dives. He can't get up and throw to first in time, and Stevenson's aboard with an infield single.
It's the third infield single we've seen today, right? L got on with a bunt single, Wells got on with a bunt single, and now Seth Stevenson, what would have been a routine ground ball to the second baseman if there was traditional defense where the Oaks are shifted to the pull side to their hitters. Cabral would have been there, but he had to run to his left, his glove side, tried to squeeze the ball, and while he dove, could not keep it cleanly in his glove to throw over to first.
And Stevenson, he has elite speed. He's going to be heading over to the University of Tennessee, transferring from Temple Junior College. That's in Texas. Now Nathan Rombach at the plate with Stevenson on first. See if Stevenson's going to try to steal. He does on the first pitch. Called for a strike. The throw to second. Stevenson in there safely. And so Stevenson, mentioned the elite speed, steals a bag on the first time he can.
Yeah, and it was a good throw, and it was a fantastic location on the throw with a good tag by Cabral, but Stevenson, he got in just under it.
So now runner in scoring position for the Foresters. 0-1 the count to Rombach, who's already reached with a single in the first. Second pitch misses inside, brushed back Rombach. Now the count's even 1-1. Rombach was left stranded at second after reaching on that single. The next batter, Tanner Otremba, is on deck. He walked. That advanced Rombach. But now a 1-1 count with Stevenson on second. Wexberg looks back towards second. Does not throw back there. Cabral, the second baseman, he's covering. Rombach awaiting the 1-1.
That was really good identification at second base by Seth Stevenson. Wexberg hadn't even turned to go to the bag, but as soon as he lifted his leg, Stevenson knew he was turning.
The 1-1 bounces. It's going to get past Suji, and heading over to third is Stevenson. So, in a matter of 2 pitches, Stevenson goes from first to third, and now a 2-1 count. Rombach on the season, .375 batting average, a monstrous year for the product. This one's grounded to third. Melhoff fields it. He's going home. The throw, the tag, the play is made. Stevenson's out at home and out for the Oaks as Rombach reaches first on the fielder's choice, but an excellent play by Melhoff.
Yeah, and that was a really smart play by Greg Melhoff at third. We saw a similar one yesterday that hurt the Oaks, or 2 days ago rather, where Brendan Bobo was on third. JT Naviak grounded one to first base, and then Bobo was thrown out at the plate. Right there, similar play, chopper to a corner bag, and right there Melhoff, a perfect on-the-money throw to Suji, who was able to apply the tag on a fast runner speeding down the line.
First pitch to Otremba, called for a strike, 0-1 the count. So Rombach at first, 1 out, 1-0 the score. The Foresters lay lead. Otremba the DH today. He's batting in the 4 spot. Mentioned during the last batter, he reached on a walk. That was on 5 pitches in the first. The throwback to first. Rombach's in there safely. Still awaiting the 0-1 is Otremba. The 1-0-1, and Otremba lifts it towards center field. Sandoval goes back a couple of steps, makes the catch, and 2 are gone, with Rombach still at first.
This would be a really good job to get out of the inning if it's Wexberg. After letting the first man on a leadoff infield single, then getting out of the inning after that runner advanced to third, you now got 2 quick outs after the fielder's choice by Rombach, and then a 2-pitch at bat quickly to Otremba. Josiah Morrissey has already grounded out to Naviak once today. So I think it'd be really important for the day for Wexberg to get out of this inning.
First pitch to Josiah Morrissey, called for a strike, 0-1 the count. This at-bat already longer than the last at-bat for Morrissey as he swung at the first pitch to him in the first. I was grounded to JT Naviak, the shortstop. He tapped on second base, and that ended the inning. Morrissey up now with a runner on first and Rombach, and 2 gone with a 1-0 lead for the Foresters. Wexberg goes back to first. In there safely is Rombach. Still awaiting the 0-1 is Morrissey. Morrissey this season batting .278, has 19 strikeouts on the year, though, in 20 games played. Wexberg goes back to first. Again, Rom back in there safely. Bobo the tag at first base. Again, Morrissey still waiting the 0-1. Wexberg, he's set. The pitch in to Morrissey, bounces, misses the zone, and now the count's even 1-1.
Wexberg's breaking ball, it has a lot of movement on it. It's a 12-6 curve, and it looks like it's going to stay in the zone. It looks like a changeup off the hand, and then it just drops right out of the zone. It's a lot more movement than a changeup and a lot more break than a changeup, and it works to fool batters, but Morrissey, great plate discipline.
Runner goes, the pitch misses, the throw to second, the tag in time, and that'll do it for the inning. So a 1-2-3 inning for Wexberg in an unconventional way, and that'll do it for the third inning. We'll head to the fourth. 1-0 the score. The Foresters, they lead. You're listening on the Conejo Oaks live stream on YouTube. Night Uretsky, Ryan Milano. Ryan, 4, 5, and 6. Those are your turn for play-by-play.
Greg Melhoff, he leads off the fourth inning. He's facing off against Ben Abram, who has struck out 9 batters. Every single out that he's gotten has been via the K. Melhoff, one of those victims, that was to end the first inning. First pitch to Melhoff, right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count.
You know, my name was spelled N-I-G-H-T, and then I faced Ben Abram, and then I got the K in my name.
That's funny. That almost got me to chuckle. The 0-1 misses low, the count, 1-1. Abram, he attends Oklahoma University. He's been there since 2019, so 2 seasons with the Sooners. The 1-1 lined into right field. That's going to get down near the line. Melhoff takes the round, but the thick grass in the outfield doesn't let it go past the right fielder. Wells able to stab it before it rolls down the line, but a leadoff single for Greg Melhoff.
And that's a great job by Melhoff right there. Similar to Brendan Bobo, he had a single to lead off the second, now getting a single to lead off the fourth, and going up against a pitcher in Abram that has struck out so many batters, 9 to count. You got a battle, gets a 1-1 count, and then lines the ball to right field. That's a great start here in the fourth.
In the 2021 season at Oklahoma, Abram, he pitched in 28 innings as Brendan Bobo swings and skies the first pitch out of play. Last time at Bobo, he singled on the first pitch. A number off the end of the bat into shallow center. The season ERA for Abram at Oklahoma was a 6.43. He appeared in a lot of games for the Sooners. His record, 4 wins compared to 9 losses. There's one roped into right center field. That's going to get down. Melhoff, he's headed to third. Bobo, 2 singles on the day, and Melhoff's going to stay at third base. Runners on the corners with no one down, and the Oaks are in business in the 4th inning.
And that's a great at-bat for Brendan Bobo, and you mentioned a back-to-back singles for Bobo. He's had Abrams' number today. Second pitch he sees, lines it towards the outfield, and that advances the runner from first to third, and now you put the tying run 90 feet away. It's a crucial inning right now for the Oaks. They have to come away with a run here.
All of the outs right now for the Oaks have come via the strikeout. It is vitally important for Conejo to advance the runners. Raul Sandoval, that's his duty at the plate right now. He struck out swinging on 5 pitches his first time up. Sandoval on the season has been susceptible to the strikeout. 29 times this season. The 30th came in the 2nd inning today. First pitch to him, swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate. The count 0-1. Leach, he slid into the right-hander's batter's box in order to keep that from going behind. A pass ball would also give Melhoff a shot to dash to the plate. Runners on the corners. An opportunity for Brendan Bobo to try to take second base. The 0-1 to Sandoval. Breaking ball misses low and outside. The count 1-1 to Raul. Sandoval, on the season, he has a 160 batting average. On-base percentage of .253. He's going to try to improve on that here. The game is 1-0. The Foresters lead. The 1-1 pitch gets away from the catcher Leach. Melhoff to the plate. The throw, not in time. Greg Melhoff steals a run. Bobo gets to second. Melhoff on the slide. Regaining his composure, might be a little shaken up on the wrist, but Raul Sandoval helps him up, and this game is tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, it looks like he really hurt his left hand there. He's grimacing a little bit as he heads back towards the dugout. Hopefully he'll be okay. He's such a great fielder at third base, but with that pass ball, the Oaks tie the game. That's a crucial moment. Bobo heads to second, and now the go-ahead runs in scoring position. That's a crucial pitch, and that's just a tough break for Abram.
Yeah, and right there, Melhoff, I think that if I had to presume anything, it would be that him sliding into the bag. The dirt a little bit coarse here at Pershing Park. Now another runner in scoring position. Sandoval watches the 2-1 miss low. The count is 3-1 to Raul Sandoval. So Sandoval ahead in the count. We've seen Abram get ahead in counts to start off the day. He only got behind in 1 count to the first 9 batters he faced. But now, through the first 5 batters the second time up, he's gotten behind to Carrillo, Naviak, and Sandoval, and the other 2. He was able to he ended up letting aboard with singles. The 3-1 catches the outside corner. The count has run full, so the 4th full count of the day. 3 of them have come the second time through the order. We mentioned those at-bats by both Carrillo and Naviak. That was a split with a walk and a strikeout. Carrillo walked. Naviak struck out looking. The only other full count that Abrams had today was against Andrew Sharp. He ended up getting Sharp swinging. Bobo at second. The 3-2 to Sandoval. Abram to the dish. In the zone. Sandoval thought he was walking to first. But the end result is a looking strikeout for the second time today. Raul Sandoval goes down on Ks.
And man, 10 strikeouts on the day. And it continues the trend. Every out that Abrams gotten, it's been the strikeout. And it's just so impressive through the first 15 batters or so that he's faced. Actually, 14 batters he's faced. 10 strikeouts. That's ridiculous.
That brings up Daniel Cabral, right-handed batter to face off against the right-handed Abram. First pitch misses low and away. The count 1-0. Cabral, he hasn't had a ton of at-bats this season for the Oaks. Only 19 plate appearances on the year. He's batting .118 in those appearances with just 2 hits. He has 2 strikeouts to go along with it, as well as 2 walks. The 1-0 to Cabral misses high and away. So again, behind in the count, and that will prompt